Hey guys, today I'm back to talk about books again and also one movie that I want to talk about, maybe a TV series, I don't know, we'll see. So let's start off with the books. So I read 3 books in June, so that is quite good for me because we are still in the process of settling into a new apartment. So I didn't read that much the last couple of months, but 3 books is okay, I think. So let me show you. The first one is this. The English title is How to Build a Girl and the German title is All About a Girl by Caitlin Moran. And this is a book about a girl that is growing up in England in the 90s kind of. And her parents are very poor. Her dad had an accident, so he can't work anymore. And her mom is just a housewife, or tries to be a housewife and a mother. But she's kind of failing with that as well. And so they don't have a lot of money. She has a big brother and a little brother, and then also little twin brothers. And she is the only girl and kind of in between age-wise. So she grows up in this family and she's also not a thin girl, so she worries a bit about her weight. But then also in their home there are no mirrors, so she actually has no idea what she really looks like, but she dreams of moving to London and being that kind of star for no reason basically. She doesn't know how she could get famous, but she wants to be, and she wants every man to be sexually interested in her, kind of. So that's the sort of deal you're getting. So this is a very different book for me. I've never read anything like this and I will probably never read anything like this, but still I enjoyed it. I give this book 4 out of 5 stars because it is very specific, and I think you either love it or hate it, but there's no in-between kind of. But I thought that this was kind of an interesting and refreshing story. The writing style is a little bit annoying because it's kind of slang-ish. I don't know how to describe it, but it's just not very eloquent, but it fits the story because this is the story of a quite poor working class family. So it fits that theme, but that is nothing that I typically read, so it's a little bit different everything. So if this sounds interesting to you, I would recommend you try it. But this book deals a lot with sex, with alcohol, a little bit with drugs. There is a huge part music history in there, and I don't really know anything about 90s music, so this was kind of interesting for me, but also just floating by kind of, because I didn't know anything about it and I didn't recognize anything or something like that. But yeah, it's a very interesting book, and yeah, as I said, 4 out of 5 stars for me. Then I read The Face Paint, The Story of Makeup by Lisa Eldridge, and I was so happy when I got this book for my birthday, no, for Christmas. And my birthday and Christmas is kind of the same, so it's hard for me to remember which one, but it was Christmas. So this book is a beauty. I gave this one 4.5 out of 5 stars. So I basically loved everything about this book. I mean, it's beautiful from the outside and it's also beautiful from the inside. I don't know how well you can see that, but you've got so much information in there without it being boring, and everything is explained very well, which is something I love about Lisa Eldridge also in her videos. She is very eloquent and you kind of feel that she thought about what she's saying, but in a good way. Like, I don't know, I just really like it. She explains stuff very well, and when I read this I could basically hear her voice in my head because I could imagine how she would say it just from watching her videos and such. So this book was just, yeah, it was just everything I wanted it to be. The only thing that kind of disappointed me a bit, so I kind of ditched half a point, is that sometimes you have these pictures in the book, but the pictures don't go with the text. So you are reading some little thing, maybe about Chinese culture, and then you have to go 2 pages further to find the pictures that refer to this Chinese culture, and they just don't match well. And that was something that was kind of annoying when you're reading it, but also I felt like when you're just having this out and you're just flipping through the pages, you're like, okay, this picture really doesn't go with the chapter or the page it's in, and it's kind of confusing, and I didn't like that. So I think that could have been made better, but other than that, I really loved this book, and yeah, I will definitely reread it in parts because it's very interesting and I learned a lot, and it also makes you think about, you know, the makeup you put onto your face, because you read about all these people that put stuff on their face that was bad for them and that actually made their skin worse, but they were doing it just to look prettier, which is insane, because obviously it made them look uglier in the long run, but like for the moment they look better or something like that. But if you think about what you put on your face and you don't know anything about the chemistry that goes into the makeup, it's basically still the same thing, and there's still stuff that makes you break out, and you're still putting these things onto your face. So I guess we don't change that much as humans, and we're just like, wow, they put that stuff on their face, but then you don't really know what you put on your face. So that was very eye-opening, I thought. But it's a very interesting book, and if you're interested in the history of makeup, like ancient history, like Egyptians, Chinese culture, stuff like that, but also how the industry of makeup developed with different creators, different brands of makeup. That's also in this book, and it's just very, very interesting. I loved it. The last book I wanted to talk about is this. I got this for my birthday from friends. It's How to Tell If Your Cat is Plotting to Kill You. This is by The Oatmeal, which I learned is Matthew in Man, and it's just different comics about cats. So I love cats. I have a cat, and I think she's the most hilarious thing in the world, and I can watch stupid cat videos on the internet for hours. And then I hate myself for it, but I think cats are hilarious. So I thought this would be the perfect thing for me, because just the title is so good. I mean, How to Tell If Your Cat is Plotting to Kill You, I really want to know. So I thought this, I didn't really think about it, I thought the title was great, so I wished for it for my birthday and I got it, and I have to say this was a huge disappointment. Now, I'm not really big into like comics or graphic novels, stuff like that, but I thought I would try to get into it just a little bit more because everyone's loving it. So this was a disappointment for me. I felt like the little comics didn't have anything to do with each other. So you can just go to the website of The Oatmeal and you can find practically every single comic on there. And there's nothing really original about this book. The jokes weren't funny to me. I didn't like the art style. I think they look really dumb. I don't know, it's just not my cup of tea. But you know, if you look at this cat and the way it's drawn and stuff, it doesn't have to do anything with the art that is inside, which is kind of disappointing. And then, yeah, I just thought the jokes were kind of pointless, because cats do fun stuff, I think, but these jokes just didn't, no, I don't know. There's this huge section with the bobcats, which is just cats that work in a firm. I don't understand it. I don't think it's funny. I don't know. And then the title story wasn't that great as well. I mean, you know, when you look at it, How to Tell If Your Cat's Plotting to Kill You. And then there's just like very normal stuff every cat does, but then just how this might be a reason to think that she's trying to kill you. So, for example, kneading on you. You may think this is a sign of affection, but your cat is actually checking your internal organs for weaknesses. Is that funny? I don't know. I didn't think so. So it took me about 45 minutes to get through this. I was really disappointed, and I would recommend, if you're interested in this book at all, just go and check out the website beforehand. Check out the Bobcats things beforehand, because if you don't think these are funny, then you won't like this book. So for me, this was maybe a 2 out of 5 stars. I think that some people might find it funny, but I just don't. So yeah, that was kind of sad, but shit happens. So then the movie we watched was X-Men Apocalypse, and I really liked it, I have to say. What can I say about it? I didn't expect anything from it, so I think I liked it. I think there were quite a few quite funny moments in there. Yeah, I just watched a discussion video about it, and I do agree that the movie has problems, but as just like an action superhero movie, sit down and watch and have some popcorn, I thought it was quite well, quite well done. I liked it. So I don't have a strong opinion on it, to be honest, but I think you can go and watch it, just don't expect to be blown away. Then the book I'm currently reading is Shaman by Noah Gordon, and I'm almost through with it. This is a 700-page book, and I have about 200 left. So yeah, I really like the story so far. It's about doctors in the United States of America in the 19th century, I would say. So it's very interesting. It follows basically the whole life of the father, but then also little bits of the son's life. So that's quite interesting, and yeah, we'll definitely talk about this next month, because I really want to finish this, because my mom gave that to me years ago, I think like 2 years ago or 1.5 years ago, and she wanted them back, and so I have to read them. There's also a sequel to this that is a little bit smaller, but yeah, still these are chunky books. So that was that. TV show wise, we're watching the latest season of Supernatural. Not sure what I think about it. I stopped watching Supernatural after the 5th season, and then started watching it again with the 10th season, and I didn't feel like I missed anything. I don't know. It just doesn't impress me anymore, I would say. So yeah, we're watching that, but I don't have any feelings about it yet, so we will see how that goes. So let me know what you're reading, what you've watched recently, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!